Hi friends, I'm Janet and welcome to my channel and welcome to another super sponsor hop with Kendra's card challenge. This one sponsored by Crafty Stamp Co. Today I am going to be working with sketches 3, 4, 5, and 13. Let me gather my supplies and I will be right back. Alright, I have everything gathered and a lot of things already cut and colored. I was in love with the stamp sets that Crafty Stamp Co. sent us to work with. Today I am working with Positive Tate and Ocean Friends, as well as the paper pads Mermaid Dreams and Shark Bait. The new stamp sets will be available for pre-order May 19th through the 30th at craftystampco.com, and I will have all that information in the description box below. And I said this was a super sponsor hop, and what that means is that Crafty Stamp Co. sent the design team some goodies to work with. So all of that will be in the description box, but also down in the description box you will find a giveaway form. Now fill that out, get it submitted, and you have a chance to win some amazing prizes from Kendra. And as well, you can fill that out at each stop along the hop. In that description box below, you will also find a playlist. And that playlist will take you along to each stop along the hop. Automatically advances you if you just hit play all. Alright, so this is sketch number 3, and I just doing a little dry run to make sure everything fits the way I want it to. And I'm going to pop up the sentiment and Tate on some craft foam. And Tate is a tater. We did confirm that with Crafty Stamp Co. So in case you were wondering what this adorable little guy is, he's a potato. Anyway, I love this paper, the polka dot paper, and then the background I created with 2 stencils that I actually have from Crafty Stamp Co. The stencils are Pool Water and Rays of Sun. Isn't that Pool Water one cool? I love the effect that it gives, and it was perfect for our little inner tube floating Tate. And so I'm just going to get this glued down. We've got 4 cards to make, so we'll go through these pretty quickly. I have it sped up just a tiny bit, just to take a little bit of the bulk out of the video. But here we go. Isn't this fun? I love these 2 sets that I'm working with today are so fun. And I actually colored all of the images from both sets, and I couldn't decide which ones to use, and these are the ones that won. So if you're not familiar with Kendra's card challenge, it's a quarterly challenge that Kendra provides through her Patreon shop. It's a free PDF that you can download, and on that PDF you will find a cutting guide which shows you how to take 6 6x6 sheets of pattern paper and cut them down for 15 card sketches. This time you actually get 18 cards out of the 15 sketches. Sorry about my head popping in the video there. I had to get it perfectly straight on the card. So you will get 18 cards this time. And what you'll need to do is take a photo, one single photo, with all 18 cards, upload it to the InLinkz party, which you can find at kendrascardchallenges.com. And that is how you get entered to win some of the amazing prizes that are available each month and at the end of the quarter. If you would like to be in the showcase, then you need to upload your photo in the Facebook group. And the Facebook group is in the description box below. So this little Tate in his shark suit, adorable. And then the paper I'm using with the little shark fins on it is from the Shark Bait paper pad, and there are some great designs in that paper pad. It was hard to choose, but the little shark fins won out. And I'm just cutting my banner tails on these 2 pieces and getting those laid down. Now, the sketches are a jumping off point. They are an inspiration for you to use basically however you feel inspired. Do you need a lot of inspiration? Follow the sketch right down to the last little thing. You just need some help getting started? Then take it and make it your own. That's what I like about it. Because a lot of times I get stuck on a layout, but then this just gives me a little push or a shove into the deep end to get these going. Let me know in the comments, how do you use the sketches? Do you follow them exactly, or do you put your own little spin on it? And here you see me, I'm just trying to find the center of my paper so that I get that down, and I give it a good smush because no glue worms. And glue worms are, you see how I'm putting the glue on there? Well, if it dries just a little bit and I put it down without giving the paper kind of a good smush, then you get these little ripples and glue worms in your design, and that's no bueno. So we're just getting this all put together, and this one goes together again really quickly. If you've done all your prep work, you can knock out these cards in no time at all. And the nice thing is that with each card sketch, the cutting dimensions are on there as well. So if you don't want to do, cut all the cards at one time, you can pick and choose and just use the cutting dimensions that Kendra provides. There are different tiers available through the Patreon to support Kendra and the card challenge. So be sure and check those out at kendrascardchallenges.com as well. So I would like to take time to thank Crafty Stamp Co. for being a super sponsor and a prize sponsor and supporting the design team and Kendra. And this was fun. I had so much fun coloring all of these images. And you'll see I will use the rest of the images. Sorry for my head again. The rest of the images on my channel at a later date. They're just too cute. And they're all colored and ready to go. So all I need to do is find some sketches for them and get them put down. And I was really struggling today as far as seeing things being straight. And so I apologize for my top of my head, my bun getting in the video there. Okay, this is the other set. This is Ocean Friends. Aren't they adorable? Oh my goodness. The little critters. I love them. And they were so fun to color. So I'm going to use the little crab. And I have attached some vellum, but it's strategically glued down. And then I also take a little bit of glue and just put a dab on the end of my finger and tuck it under the vellum, and it doesn't show. So we're all good. But I just wanted something to kind of set the solid colors and those polka dots apart. And so that's what I did. I just added some vellum. And I love the colors in this paper. This is from the Shark Bait paper pad as well. And that little crab, his little expression is priceless. And the sentiments are fantastic. Christina does such an amazing job, her and Meadow, coming up with some punny sentiments as well as just some really good, useful ones. And I am loving how this looks. Going to trim off my sides. And this one is good to go. Lickety split. There you go. We have, how many cards have we done already? 3 cards. So I mentioned earlier that this is a quarterly challenge, which means that it runs from April, May, and June. So you had an opportunity to submit cards in April. You have the rest of May and then all of June, which is pretty fantastic. And Kendra has some amazing prizes. Our sponsors are fantastic with what they donate for the prize packs. So make sure you get your cards submitted. All right, this one is done. Let's move on to card number 4. And this one is adorable. This is another one out of the Positive Tate set. This is a sweet little mermaid. sunning on the rock, and I had fun coloring this one too. This paper is a faux glitter, and it is from the Mermaid Dreams paper pack. And then the waves, those are from the Sharkbait one. And I smoothed the glue out with my finger here because I figured out that it doesn't really show. But she's going to be sitting over the top of that anyway. And so this is where I've taken and put in my spin on the card, as well as the last one. The last one I turned vertically instead of horizontally, and I do the same with this one. And I just kind of add my own little tweaks to the card to make it my own. I just thought it worked better going vertically instead of horizontally for this particular image and for the paper that I chose. So we'll get this all glued down and ready to go. And I do bring in some flat, shiny bits that are actually part of the sketch. They're up in the corner. I just have to rotate everything. And I'm trying to figure out where exactly to put it. So we're going to go with right here. And this sentiment is so fun too. Be bold, be beautiful, and be unique. We all should live by those words. All right, here are my little, okay. Here you see me take a little dab of glue on the end of my finger, and I just smush it under the little corner of the vellum. And once it dries, you cannot see it at all. So I was kind of excited to discover that. Y'all maybe know that already, but I like vellum. I just hate having to hide the glue or pull out my old Xyron from the 1900s and use it to put adhesive on the back, because the only one I have left is the 8.5 by 11 Xyron, and these pieces were just too little. All right, so we have completed all 4 cards. Let's take a look. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I'd like to thank our sponsors and our super sponsors, as well as Crafty Stamp Co.